I'm a warrior. I go to the core. I am invictus. Nothing crushes me, nothing.
You can hold the outside this time, Mike. Oh, Sabansky binned it. No way. No way, binned. Get on the marbles, mate. Get on the marbles, pa. Oh, no, 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 no. My throttle stuck. Oh, my God. Throttle stuck. It's over. Oh my God. Okay. Oh my God. There's no way, bro. Bro, I swear to God. This can't be happening to me, bro.
Throw a punch at me, Cryptic. See if I can dodge it. Trust my dodging skills, innit?
Lads, what is occurring? Yo, what's going on, lads? What's going on? We are having a little look at this LFM business, but I think, I'm not too sure, but I think on LFM now you have to be a patron to race, I think. So let's see. I'm not a patron at LFM at the moment. So hey. How are we going to get into a race is the question. So let's see what it's saying. Because I believe to get the password, you have to be a patron, bro. Am I recovered? I'm low-key. I've been tired the whole week, bro. What happened is we did the 8-hour Sunday. For whatever reason, bro, like I just could not sleep. So I ended up literally just doing like a 24-hour stint of just being awake, bro. I just couldn't sleep. And then I kind of tried to stay up all the way the next day to try and get myself back to normal, but it didn't really work. You know, so I still feel like I'm like a day short of sleep, bro. To be honest. I'm telling you. For whatever reason, just couldn't sleep, brother. But anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna see, bro, because I'm not a patron on LFM at the moment. So not too sure. Not too sure what we're going to do, brother. Not too sure. Should I just get the Patreon for LFM? But I don't even know how many people are even doing it. You know what I mean? I've seen a few races. Must be called plus 30. Yeah, you might be right, bro. Yeah, I see them happening right now. I tried to sign up. It allows you to sign up, but then it's like trying to get the password it looks like it's a bit mental. Yeah, I was watching Boofy actually. I was watching Boofy just before this. And I actually signed up for the one at 9 o'clock. I believe there's a Bahrain race at 9. But it's talking about a password. I've got the little hub thing, the little LFM hub. And let me just show you guys. Yeah, so this is the little LFM hub. And let me move my camera. Move my camera down there. But look, you try and click on anything. Yeah, try and click on next race. To use this feature, basically you got to be a patron. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Yeah, I think it's behind the paywall. I think, to be honest, like, in all fairness, for their security, I reckon they probably need a paywall now, to be honest, because they've made it free, and how's it worked out for them? You know what I mean? Like, hasn't worked out at all, to be honest. The moment ACC packed it all up, that was basically LFM's bread and butter, you know? And then for AC Evo, it looks as if Kunos have gone with SimGrid, pretty much. So they've kind of not got any sort of home at the moment. So the only way they can really secure their future, I guess, is to charge, which is understandable, because that's what LFM charging for it, pretty much. I mean, LMU pretty much charge for it. But it's like, do I want to pay for LFM and still be paying for LMU? You know, the races will probably be cleaner. I'll give it that. But I don't believe there's any like practice lobbies or anything like that. Because obviously every lobby you make, you have to pay for. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know what any of this is, bro. But this is the app that kind of had to download, I guess. You need Patreon to use this feature. Damn. No ACC event. I don't want ACC events, brother. LMU Road to Pro Series locked. Don't know, lads. Don't know. I mean, if you're not a patron, it shouldn't really allow you to sign up, to be honest. But it allows you to sign up, and then when you go to the race, it just tells you, you're not a patron, brother. You can't race, mate. So perhaps I need to go on the website and then sign out, I guess. Because it would have been decent to do this race, because I've done so much Bahrain over the last week. Loads of Bahrain races, so it makes sense. Well, we got an hour and 20 minutes to decide, I guess. But don't know, lads. Anybody else signed up for some races? LFM? Brazil in the prototypes. Sebring. I haven't done Sebring in ages, bro. I've not done Sebring in absolutely ages. Fastest time is a 2:01.5. Bro, who is this guy? This is the second time I've seen this guy's name, bro. If he's going faster than Kaiki Oliveira in the same car, he's doing bits, bro. I'll be real. What's his name? Simeon Lucasen. Who is this guy? Is this what lap time I did the last time I was here? Jesus. Ferris Stanley, Sandro's there, Camille's there, Alex is there. Yeesh. Well, it looks like the Ford is definitely strong around this track. What's up and coming then? And we've got Imola. One stint sprint at Cola. Is this open setup or what? Fixed. Okay. Yo, Stainless, what's going on, bro? What's happening, man? $6.50 a month for LFM Patreon. Boy. Yo, I don't know if I want to pay Netflix subscription fees for LFM. I don't know. Like, I can imagine if it gets popular and everyone's on there, then it'll probably be worth it. But it's like you're paying for the subscription for, what's it called? You pay for the subscription for LMU, and you're also paying for the subscription for LFM. So it's like it's getting up there now. You know what I mean? Should I do this? Fix that quota. Fuji WC Experience. Is this fixed as well? 4 sets of tires. Track limits default. Don't see anywhere saying fix up though. Is this only hypercar? I don't think it is it? No, it's GT3 as well. Um, 41.0. Interesting. What car should we take? I want to have a little go in the Ford, you know. I want to try some stuff in the Ford, bro. Ferrari with the fastest time. Interesting. This is a fuel multiplier as well. Let me have a quick look in the practice session. This race starts in 6 minutes. 6 minutes, lads. Should we just jump in just on some, we don't care. No practice, nothing. Brave man jumps into a race with no practice in a Ford. It's a brave man that does that. Me to hop in the hypercar. Boy, you know. They're gonna make me a rich man, you know, brother. What? This is open cell. What? Yeah, we're jumping in, bro. We're jumping in. We're signing up still. These men got Bono Huis in here, Graham Carroll just doing the most. All right. Ford it is. It might be a struggle bus. I don't even know. I should have checked the temps, bro. All right, we're gonna have to back out the Bahrain setup like that. Oh shit! I'm rank number 1. Damn, bro, it's gonna be a disaster. Let me go check the temps quick. How many gifted subs, bro? I'm gonna reduce my sub, the price of my subs anyway. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know why I don't drive the hypercar. It's just that the GT3 is just more popular. You know what I mean? And I understand the setups for the GT3s. 25. Oh, shit. Shit. We ain't getting no tire temp. Actually, track's 37, but still. Yeah, 40-minute race. Fuel times 2. Interesting. Exposed about cars about ABS, bro. When do you think I started playing this game? I'm not one of the new guys that only came around when GT3s were out. You know what I mean? Go check the resume, brother. You know what I mean? I was doing no ABS in the beginning. You know what I mean? I'm not new. I'm not new to this. You feel me? I'm not new. I mean, go back to the beginning, brother. You know what I mean? GTEs, no ABS all the way. It's just that they got phased out. Do you know what I mean? You gotta go with the times. You gotta go with the times, bro. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna have to run the Bahrain setup still. GTE days were fun. They were fun. But it's over with now. They're back, but they're not. Because it's like, yeah, they're on the list, but you kind of just want to do the races that are popular. You know what I mean? GTE at Monza, leave it at. Problem with GTE is their BOP was just never good enough, bro. It was never good enough. Right. We're doing some real crazy stuff, bro, by not doing a single lap of practice. Don't even know if my setup will work. I'm taking my Bahrain setup and I'm gonna drive it around Fuji. Bro. So if I start binning it everywhere, it is what it is, bro. GTE was Ferrari Cup. Back in the day, GTE was a Porsche Cup, bro. The Porsche was way faster around a lot of the corners and it was way better on the brakes. The Ferrari was just fast in qualifying, but the tire wear was egregious. So the tire, like, you could keep up with the Porsche until the tires start wearing, and after 15 minutes, the tires were done, and you just get smoked. And the Aston was just never good enough. Yeah, we're going in just with no protection, just letting it hang out in that. 40-minute race. I need to, so we're going full fuel for sure. Full fuel. Do you know what as well, bro? I know quality's gonna be the biggest struggle. The biggest struggle. Look, everyone's in the, bro. Everyone's in the cars that heats up the tires well. Ferrari, BMW, Porsche, AMG, all heat up the tires very, very quickly. And the Lambo. I'm in the Ford. Takes about 6 laps just to get the tires up to 70 Celsius, bro. We're up against it. We're up against it. This is going to be, I can imagine qualifying is going to be a mess. I'm going to be real. I ain't done Fuji in a little while as well. I'm just risking it. The BMWs are going to be fast. The Lambo should be quick. Right. But I've got my own setup. So hopefully that might save me. I don't know. I'm thinking, should I add a click of rear wing? Should I add a click of rear wing? Right, first job is to beat the fastest lap time done by a Ford, which is a 42.1. So that's our first job, to beat that in the race. Yo, appreciate that, DRC. Appreciate that, man. Man said this man is cultured. Right. You know what? This setup's too good to be giving freebie. I can't lie to you. This setup is some real secret sauce, mate. Where is it? Yeah, it's this one. This setup is the secret sauce of all sauce. You know, just can't be letting the secret sauce out and about like that. We're gonna try this in quali, bro. I got a feeling when I get to that long right-hander, I might be backwards. And I've only got 8 sets of tires, so I can't really afford to bin it. That's the issue that we may have, that we may come across. I can't actually afford to bin it. Qualifying should be like 5 laps, right? How many laps is quali? Quali should be 5 laps. 7 minutes, 1 minute 40. Well, we're doing 5 laps in it, so it is what it is, man. Oh shit. Pedal's not even plugged in. Pedals weren't even plugged in, lads. Would you know about that? Thanks to Battlefield. When I play Battlefield, I can't have my pedals plugged in. Otherwise, it doesn't let me play. Alright, this should be interesting, lads. Okay, it is a bit edgy around here. I thought it would be. We're taking a setup not meant for this track. I'm just gonna see what happens. Oh shit. Okay. Yep. This is gonna be interesting. I think for the race we'll add a clicker wing. Yo, Dom, what's going on, bro? This is gonna be probably a mess. Yep, brakes not ready, tires not ready. Just need a bit of tire heat. Just a bit. Oh shit. Okay, we got our tire heat. We got our tire heat. That was all planned in that. Yeah. This is gonna be interesting. Right. This is gonna be funny, man. Okay, we got more grip. Yeah, I'm definitely too low on wing. I can feel it. The car's snappy everywhere. Don't worry, lads. Hopefully it will come good.
That time was a 146.97.
Oh, deep again. Bro, it's so edgy. Oh my god. It is so edgy on this setup. Alright, fine, we'll change it before the race. Oh my god. Yep. This is gonna have to be a wonder last lap. We even got time. Oh. I'm spinning and still don't have enough rear tire temps. What the hell? Right, we're just gonna have to send it.
Time 147.74.
Wow. Still didn't stop. Oh my god. Oh my god. Bro, yo. We're absolutely hanging on to this thing. It's safe to say that this setup does not work around Fuji. But we will salvage what we can. Alright, let's see how bad it's gonna be. It's gonna be pretty bad.
Lap
11th.
143.80.
Alright, we're gonna have to work with that. We're gonna have to, I needed a 42.0 as well. We're gonna have to work with that, bro. And I got the purple last sector. Oh god. Bro, yo.
Log building finished.
That setup was nuts around there, bro. Right. Right, lads. It's time to do a madness. New tires. Max out the fuel. Yeah, we definitely need some more of the old rear downforce. Bro, I don't want to do this and then just ruin the whole setup, bro. I don't. Right. Right. Lads. We're gonna have to make some changes. We have to make some serious changes, some serious conversations. Some serious conversations have to be had right now, lads. It is what it is. I've made the changes that needed to be made. Hopefully we survive. I say hopefully because I don't know if we will, but hopefully we survive. Right. Am I running the Ford and LFM? No, I'm running the BMW. Because it's fixed. If it was open, I would have ran the Ford at Bahrain. Right. We have to do a madness.
Locking enabled.
I don't know why LFM are doing it fixed, bro. I should have just done it open. Leave the fixed stuff for what's it called?
Formation
For LMU servers.
started.
Appreciate it. Let's see if we sorted out the car. Right.
Green flag, green flag.
Alright, let's see what our car's saying, bro. Well, we're up to 9th. My car should still have pretty good straight line speed. Come on, come here.
That time was
Oh, look at this.
156.58.
Oh my God. As per usual, the Ford is very good on the virtual energy. Oh my God. Jesus. Jeez.
That time was a 144.75.
Bit of a mistake. Alright, that was a bad lap. The car's still very edgy. Still very edgy.
144.00.
I've got to protect myself through that corner, man. The back end wants to come round so bad. No front end whatsoever. We're having a traffic jam right now. We're getting destroyed on acceleration out there. Validate again. Yeah, these guys are really slow for the last sector. Oh my God. He doesn't turn in that corner. It does not turn in that corner at all. Need to get past these two, man. Here come the hypers. This guy's connection is a little bit weird.
That time was a 1:45.32.
Oh, what the hell? Good thing I saw that coming. Oh shit, oh my God. No! Things I got past him, no! Well, oh my God, I'm stuck on something. Oh my God. That didn't work out, did it? Oh, that was desperate to happen. Oh, what a nightmare. Just as I got past him as well. And my tires are cooked. Flat spots all over. Absolute man. Let's look at these tires. Oh, it's not actually too bad.
Time 1:59.05.
Oh, what a nightmare. What an absolute nightmare. We had so much more pace as well, bro. LFM is it's another it's like another daily racing platform, bro. They create savers and do their daily races on it. But it's got its own rating system and stuff. I just got the fastest lap of the race. It's making me even more sad, bro. Okay, I cannot turn in late to that corner. If I went another click of rear wing, I think I would have been fine. I'm still extremely low on rear wing, you see. Well, look up. Bollocks. Vintage. Yes. No, I binned it. This ain't even LFM. This is the normal daily race that I didn't practice for. Decided to take the forward with a very sketchy setup, bro. This setup was built for Bahrain. I'm getting a lot of rear tire sliding, bro. A lot. I'm literally trying not to hit the guy. I don't know. Look how much more energy this car saves, bro. Man. It's quite late, to be fair. Costing me quite a bit of time. Alright, see if we can get this BMW straight away. Lovely.
Lap 1:43.87.
Hyper's coming around again. Just a little bit more rear downforce, we would have been cool. Yo, Steve McLaren quit before the final whistle, man.
1:43.15.
I couldn't believe Jamaica didn't win that game, bro. I didn't watch the match live, I watched the highlights, and even I was watching the highlights thinking, yeah, these lot are hitting the post way too many times, bro. One goal, you know. I've never even heard of that other team before. Yeah, certain one of these Jamaican men are were playing Premier League football, you know. And they couldn't beat them dudes. It's Crazy work. Oh, Grenadian. Okay.
Lap 143.09.
How many laps we gonna do? I had 7 laps just to be sure.
Lap 142.61.
Jamaica got beat. 155k population is crazy work. I feel like we could tackle this race again in the Fortuner. All we need is a bit of rear downforce, you know the ones. There's a couple places where the car's loose, so it's hard to get the lap time out of it.
Lap 143.8.
But I can stretch 2 more laps, you know. Let me do a bit of saving. Course, I'm gonna slow down. But the way my tires are rumbling is insane. The dirtiest flat spots. So we definitely only doing 23 laps.
That time was a 1:43.91. That time was a 1:48.
A little bit slow into the pit lane, but it is what it is, bruh. No, actually, I can save. I've got 7 laps worth of fuel on the dot, brother. That's why I put the extra lap in, you know, because I know I can save that. I did some jumping in that pit lane, boy. Them pit strategies there, you know. This would have been the easiest win if I didn't bid it, bro.
Lap 2:25.57.
My tires are struggling now though. Of course. Send it in all out of control. Muppet. Yeah, bro, I messed up and binned it earlier.
Lap 143.77.
Would have had this in the bag. This setup is so edgy around this track. Why would you go, bro? I don't get it. And then he almost bins it as well. Hello. Remember, lads, I got straight line speed for absolutely days. I just don't have a lot of corner speeds. Now, we've still got more traffic that needs to come through. The good thing is we're taking loads of time out of the guys in front.
Time 143.92.
Setup is no excuse. It is when you see what we did with it, bro. Oh shit. Alright, should be on them by the end of this lap. Not this guy in the Porsche. This guy's a bit of a weapon. Oh, he just let me go. Oh my God, he waited. Thank you, brother.
Lap 143.41.
Got the fuel perfect as well. We might be able to rescue a podium, lads. Come here. I've got the straight line speed advantage, bro.
Time 1:43.33.
Slip through. He's having to save fuel, innit?
Lap 1:44.39.
Don't get scared, brother. Oh, the pressure. Right. We got the podium, lads. We're back. As long as we don't run out of fuel, we're good. We got to stop and go.
Log building finished.
Yes, we got second, brother. Yo, the pit strategy won it in the end. We didn't even win, but it felt like a win after we binned it, bro. Do you know what? Bro, recovery. Recovery. That's all I know. Recovery. Bro, where was it? Where was the spin? It was after this, wasn't it? I got past him. This was it. This was it. This was the spin. bro, we were stuck in this divot for time as well. I couldn't even move. Absolute mare. Can't believe that happened to me, bro. Where's this guy when I... Bro, I lost so much time, man. Oh my God. Switching to KPH, yeah? Yeah, I made a little Valorant livery. You know, why not? Well... Lads, we'll take those, bro. I gained driver ranking. It's all right. We'll take it. We'll take it. Yo, Modelo. How you doing, man? That race is actually... It's bro. I'm gonna do that again. I'm doing it again. No, it's in progress. It's sign up in time. Nah. What, that quick? That quick? Oh, you lot are tripping, bro. I didn't. Well, LFM looks like you gotta be a patron, bro. You know what I mean? Man said clock for the Jamaica team. Boy. You know what? You know what gets me? Whenever I watch international football, like, it's the pitches, bro. Like, bro, the pitches are terrible. How these man grass still growing like that, bro? He ain't got no one to water the grass and get extra, like, actual turf and look after the turf and that. I haven't seen no updates for Rensport, bro, because Rensport is just, yeah, not interested in Rensport at all, bro. I've had that game for over a year, played it a couple of times. I was like, yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm cool. Yeah, Jamaica not qualifying for the World Cup against that team is literally diabolical, man. Man said they're using the grass for it to smoke. That's crazy work. Yeah, I'll get it straight away. See what it's saying, give it a little go. Are they only in the playoffs? So I swear they're out, no? Well, I signed up for the LFM race at 9, but when you actually go to the little thing, you have to be a patron, bro. And I'm not no Patreon. So, don't know, mate. Yeah, bro. It would have been nice for Jamaica to qualify for the World Cup, but boy, I guess they weren't ready, bro. You're gonna wait it out. I'm gonna get it early. I want to see. If I can feel the potential, then you know, I'll be cool. But if it's just a dud, then, like, if I'm honest, I didn't have like crazy high hopes for Project Mountain Racing because I just felt like it's just gonna be another spin-off of P cars, you know. And I hope it doesn't feel like P cars, but we're gonna see. Now, don't get me wrong. I liked P cars 1 and 2 for what they were, but like once you jumped on ACC and you play LMU, you know that like in terms of physics, that those games are a massive step down. So that's more where I'm at, you know. Yeah, I think this LFM thing is down, bro. I'm gonna go sign out of that race because I don't know what's going on. I don't know what is going on. Yeah, that's what it is. He does try to act like they're gonna be some full top of the range simulators, and they're just not. You know what I mean? Yeah, title you can have fun on. But for me, yeah, any game which is like that tries to cater to a lot of different car classes will always be particularly good at one thing and fail in other aspects, bro. And that's what I find. Like, luckily for Assetto Corsa, they had all the modern community that could focus on individual cars and stuff. But when you generally get a game that has all these different car classes in, like some of the car classes just feel terrible, bro. Race every 30 minutes is cool. I don't mind that. It gives you, there's always something to do. I just wish that they would diversify the tracks a little bit. I mean, yeah, this little app thing's not working, bro. Thought it was doing LFM, but clearly not. Starts in 54 minutes. Why did you do this to me? I suppose I can go in here and practice and make my Ford setup better. But 54 minutes is a long wait. I can't lie. Yeah. More race options, I would say. It's, I don't know, man. I think it's just time to start bringing some of the DLC tracks into the maybe the bronze rotation. You know, for some people just don't like doing long races. Yo, Errol, how you doing, bro? So like, say even if you got a subscription, but you don't like doing long races because it's hard for you to commit for longer races. You might be in the house, busy, got kids and stuff. You can only get in a 20-minute race now and again, and you might want to race the likes of Interlagos or Kota or whatever, but you can't unless you do a longer race. So, but to be fair, this Kota race is only 25 minutes. 25? This one starts in 23 minutes. Lewis Werrell. Francos Duval, 2084. Not bad. I don't know, man. Should we make our Ford setup better for Fuji? Because the Ford, if you got a good, the thing is with the Ford, it's so fuel efficient and so good on tires that if you've got a good setup, bro, it's such a dangerous car. Yep. Well, let's see. Let's join a practice. What did we do in that race? A 42, 42.4, which felt pretty slow. I'm gonna make a few changes. Let's see, because originally I had to change the suspension and the wing in that last race after quali because it was too edgy. So I'm gonna go back in. I'm gonna lead the suspension, but I'm gonna work on the wing and maybe the ride height and see if we can make it a lot safer. Because it just felt like it was too on edge, like too on edge. And we don't need that. That's not the desired effect we were going for. Whereas when I did the Bahrain race, I wanted quite a lot of rotation for the slow corners. Right. And I think might be it. This might be it, bro. Right. Who you not supporting for the World Cup? I used to always want Brazil to win the World Cup, but now it's just like, eh. I said France, okay. Like Brazil have become like more un-Brazilian. Back in the day, bro. You know what I mean? I said Ghana. Okay. I remember back in the day in Tottenham when Ghana was in the World Cup. A man like Gian was doing bits. You should have seen Tottenham High Road, bro. Tottenham High Road was crazy. No Titan. Who do you think's winning the World Cup then? I said Ghana winning the World Cup. Man's confused it for African nations and that. Oh. You've never had jollof. That's crazy work still. It's nice, bro. I said, no. It is. I've had it before. Back in the day when I was younger, I lived in a shared accommodation. And the other dude that was in there was, I think it's from Cameroon. He cooked jollof one time, it was banging. Nah, it's not as good as rice and peas and that, but, you know, it's decent. You got into the LFM lobbies with no Patreon. How? Did someone give you the password? Man said rice and peas is not in the same class. You're right, brother. You're absolutely correct. It sits in that class just above, you know what I mean? What? So I got scammed then. Absolute bollocks.
Time 146.44.
I still feel nervous around that corner. Alright, the car's starting to feel better now. With my tire temps. Alright, we got, boy, one warm tire, boy. That was terrible. I've seen man put ketchup or jello.
That time was a 142.38.
Bro, still no rear tire temps, bro. This car's insane, man. Whoa, 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 whoa. Six ABS does not seem to work around here. products. Now, I've had a couple African dishes that are banging. Like lamb in that palaver sauce. Cheese! That's the one. I'm not really a big barbecue sauce fan, you know. Like I said, the flavors are built in. The setup's still missing something. Still missing something.
42.14.
Okay, I was doing that last corner wrong. I was shifting up too early.
Lap 142.11.
Right, let me try this quick. 434. Hey, slow corners, the car feels awful.
Log building finished.
Now, Jello, bro, I can't even knock Jello, bro. It's nice, but you're trying to go toe to toe with rice and peas, bro. Rice and peas. When you put the peas to cook overnight to soften up and that, is that what you're trying to? Is that what you're trying to war against? Is this the battle that you're trying to pick? That can't be the battle you're trying to pick, surely. Jello versus rice and peas, brother. Don't get me wrong, it's nice, but come on. With a bit of jerk chicken in that. Oxtail. Listen, I know when you man go carnival, you're not trying to buy no Jello, innit? I know you man are trying to raid the beef patties and that, the beef and cheese patties. I know when you man go carnival, you're trying to send for all the delicacies. Tell me when you man were going carnival 3 years ago, you weren't trying to get the beef patties and that. I know what you was doing. GMD, I know what you was doing. All right, so what's everyone's favorite takeaway in it? You can only pick one. Your favorite takeaway. You've never been carnival. Out of mercy. Damn. Yo. I don't know about nowadays. I've not been carnival for years, but back in the day, bro. Of course, you got to protect yourself at all times and stuff, because carnival can be like, you can get into it with the wrong people very, very quickly, but carnival used to be a vibe, I can't lie. It's not even the same nowadays from what I've seen. I said I left after 10 minutes. It's crazy. You went all the way down to Notting Hill and left after 10. Bro, if I told you about the events, bro, yo. Bro, the stuff I've seen in Carnival, you wouldn't even believe me if I told you, bro. I've seen the craziest things in Carnival. Man's only missed 2. Yeah, I've pretty much missed probably since, well, I'm 40 now. I've not been carnival. Last time I went carnival, I must have been about 22. So up from the ages of like 17, 18 to 22, I went to every single one. I used to go Luton Carnival as well. And I would not miss a carnival. But then after a while, it was just like, because I remember back in the day, Carnival used to be able to go till late. Like you could all still be at Carnival like midnight. But then they started locking everything off at like 9 o'clock. And after that, I was like, nah, I ain't going. Because we used to go to Carnival, you end up in a house party, bro. You would just end up in someone's random house party. Like 1, 2 in the morning in Northwest. Like, and it was all right for me because I got a lot of family in Northwest. So I'm never too far away from family, you know? Nah, if the rice and peas is cooked good, you can yonder. They got rid. But I was watching Rampage earlier on this year. It was on. They were streaming it live, innit? Rampage used to be insane back in the day. Got into pure madness in Rampage back in the day. Carnage not for you. It's changed a lot, bro. I can't deny. Listen, the last carnival I went to, bro. Let me tell you guys what happened in this carnival. Like that whole day was just a movie, bro. Literally, a movie. I just remember, bro. I remember it like it was yesterday, bro. Yesterday, I was in Rampage with all my boys. Bashment was playing or whatever, and then it was like, we'd been in Rampage for a time, so it was like, can we go elsewhere and just walk about for a bit, innit? Because we're just in one place, you know what I mean? And then we started walking about, and then you know in Carnival when you need to go to the toilet, back then there's nowhere to go, so you're trying to find somewhere to go where it's a bit discreet because there's people everywhere. So I was like to my boys like, wait for me, innit? Because we used to go like 30 dudes deep, bro. Like the whole of Tottenham used to go Carnival together. Literally the whole of Tottenham. So I was like to my boys, yo, I need to find something to go to the toilet. Wait for me. These times now, it's probably about, I don't know, it's evening time, so it's starting to get a little bit dark, innit? Like, so I start walking down the road to look for somewhere to go to the toilet. And I can't lie, it took long. I must have took about like 10 or 15 minutes, bro, to go to the toilet because I couldn't find nowhere discreet. And then after I went to the toilet, I came back to where all my boys were. Everyone was gone. I'm like, bro, how am I in Carnival, bro? How am I in Carnival like one man deep? Oh, shit, hold on. How am I in Carnival one man deep on my ones? I don't know where none of my boys are. And like back then as well, you didn't get, bro, there's no phone reception, bro. Like, I'm trying to phone my boy, see where he is, bro. No phone reception, nothing. I'm just like, ugh. These times it's getting dark now, so I started look for them for a bit. I was walking around, I was like, bro, it's like 30 man. I must be able to spot one of the man them. I didn't see no one. Nobody. I was looking for like an hour, bro, by myself. And I started thinking, yo, should I go to my cousin's house? You know what I mean? But they're probably gonna be in the carnival as well, so they're probably not gonna be home. So I was like, oh. And then it must have been like about 9:30 now, so it's dark now. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go behind the float and just start dancing with gal. Like, I went on my ones behind one of the floats and I was dancing with gal for about 40 minutes just on my ones, bro. Like, just behind the float. And this is when, like, everyone could go behind the float. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just, like, the people that had the different uniforms and stuff. Like, everybody could go behind the float. It don't matter who you were. There was no segregation. They didn't have it, like, cordoned off. So I'm just behind the float dancing with gal for, like, 45 minutes. And then all I remember, bro, is like when we got to the top of Labrador Grove, all I remember is I just see someone like this. Pop, pop, pop. I see someone shooting into the sky. Everyone started running. All the girls are screaming. Like, I'm just stood there like, what is going on? And then I turned around and there was some dude on the floor getting bottled. Bro, I literally remember this like it was yesterday, bro. There was a dude on the floor that's getting bottled, and then some random dude just, I don't know what was going on. Some random dude just came up to him and just stabbed him like a couple times while he's on the floor. I'm thinking, what the? This dude, he looked like he wasn't even involved, bro. You know what I mean? It looked like two dudes got into an altercation and this random guy just came from nowhere. I see him stab this guy like 3 times in the chest and then run off. I'm like, what the hell? And then I turn around and then I see my boys carrying one girl. I'm like, bro, are you serious, bro? This is what you lot was doing. These men playing Have a Go Hero, carrying one girl because apparently she stepped in glass. So she had glass at the bottom of her foot. I'm seeing my boy carrying her to the pavement. I'm like, what an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Bro. And then I was like, where was you, man? He's like, nah, bruv, where was you? I'm like, what do you mean, where was I? I said I was going to the toilet, bro. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Bro, crazy. That wasn't the last carnival I went to, but that was the most memorable carnival, bro. Because everything happened in that carnival. We almost got into it with these dudes from East London. And at the time, we was young, so they were older than us, bro. They must have been like 25, 26, and we were like 18, 19. And they were, because it was like a radio beef that had spilled over from before carnival, you know? So like, we was in beef with these dudes, but they were like well older than us. And they were always on some, I remember they were from like Hackney or whatever. And one time we was on radio, we used to be on like pirate radio station back in the day. And we were having a little altercation with these dudes. They tried to come down Tottenham High Road for us one time, you know? And then we saw them in carnival. And we was like, oh, bro. Like, obviously, they're all of them, they're big. They were like grown men. We were still like, we were men, but we were young. We were like 17, 18, whatever. But as I said, we went carnival with so many people, bro. Even they were like, nah, the numbers don't add up, bro. Like, when we used to go carnival, like, there's people that I didn't even used to talk to until it was carnival day, bro. You know what I mean? Like, there'll be different areas of Tottenham that might like be in beef with each other, but for carnival day, everyone's together. So when we roll up to carnival, bro, it's just bare of us. So like, them dudes, I think they started doing the count and said, nah, I don't know, bruv. 30 on 9 don't seem fair, do you know what I mean? And then we squashed that, and then we went into Rampage doing our thing, and then all that stuff happened afterwards, bro. I'm like, bro, did I just witness someone just getting stabbed in the middle of carnival, bro? Crazy. So it's a wild time, boy. Wild. They were saying we registered for this race again. I'm still not completely happy with the setup, you know. Broadwater Farm. Yeah, Broadwater Farm is... My sister still lives right next to Broadwater Farm. Obviously, I grew up going Broadwater Farm like it was normal, so... Yeah, Broadwater Farm was... I can't say it wasn't violent, because it was. You know, like, Broadwater Farm, like, back in the day, yo, some of the farm man, them, like, if you used to go there, they used to look for a reason to beat you up, bro. They would look for a reason to rush you. So what they used to do is, like, when you used to go farm, because obviously Broadwater Farm always used to have a little rave in a little community centre, so everyone in Tottenham used to go there to the little rave or whatever, little hood rave, and then all the farm boys would be in there. But what they would do is, it's like they would pick somebody, and they would, like, walk past you and barge you, and if you reacted, bro, you get rushed. That's how it was. Like, it was like a test, bro. They knew what they were doing. You know what I mean? They will purposefully barge you or try and start an incident so you can react, just so they can rush you. You know what I mean? It used to happen all the time, bro. Yeah, bro. Farm back in the day, bro, like, it's crazy. Who remembers Temple and Tottenham High Road? And they locked it off. I remember Temple, raves at Broadwater Farm. My boy used to hold a rave at Garman Road. You know what I mean? Garman Road near the train tracks, Northumberland Park, bro. That was another hood spot. Bro, telling you. Man said he avoided Broadwater Farm like it was the plague. Nah, like, not for me, bro. Like, that was just the area that I grew up in. And some of my friends was from farm, so it was like, it was okay to be there, but at the same time, you kind of knew you had to, you know what I mean? You had to be aware. You know what I mean? You knew who was who, so you just kind of try and stay away. But it's like everyone grows up in the mix. It's like how you navigate that stuff, bro. Yeah. Like, I liked farm with the big picture on the wall when you go down the hill and stuff like that, but it's just, it's crazy. It's like for a lot of us who grew up in North London, going to East London was like that was the one that was scary because of the history between Tottenham and Hackney. So you know, if you went east and they ask you where you're from and you say Tottenham, bro, yeah, like it's gonna be a madness, bro. Like you're not getting out of it. Had it changed now? I don't think it's as bad now. No, back in the day, it was definitely way more notorious. You know, like it's still there, it's still a thing, but not now. You know, not the way how it was. And it's weird because like with Tottenham, like in my day, Tottenham and the surrounding areas, it wasn't that bad of a beef until I became like a older teen. Until I came 18, 19, all of a sudden, Tottenham and Edmonton didn't like each other. Tottenham and Wood Green didn't like each other. Whereas when I was coming up, like just leaving school, I was cool with the Edmonton guys. I was cool with the Wood Green guys. Like we used to go rave and see them. No problems, bro. But when I turned like 19 and that, bro, couldn't, it just turned into a war zone. And now I think it's worse now, like in how much the gang culture is built up from when I was younger, you know? Custom house and that, yeah. Bro, I remember when we used to go Bow to the record shop when we used to want to get records, like, because obviously we used to do the music and grime and that. It's like, oh, bro, we got to go Bow because we need to get some new grime beats and that. And it was like, do you really want to go? But it's like you had to, man. Yeah, like that's one of the main things, like, especially when you're a boy. Once you leave school, bro, once that school uniform's off, ain't no one see you like a kid no more, bro. Like most of the time, you're not gonna get a pass, especially not now when the younger kids just starting earlier. You ain't getting no pass, bro. They're not gonna, like, a 28, 29-year-old man is not gonna see you, know that you're like 16, 17, 18 and think, you know what, you're a kid, I'm allow you. Nah, bro. You know what I mean? They're gonna treat you the same, treat you like a man. Excessive sounds. I don't remember that shop in Edmonton. My brother inside had a shop in Finchley Park, had a record shop in Finchley Park, right by New Orleans, which is another notorious spot. Finchley Park was another place that was ghetto. I can't lie, Finchley Park is ghetto to this day. Where else? You know, my favorite place was when I was a kid. Well, not a kid, but like when I was growing up. Alexandra Palace, bro. Bro, I loved going to Ali Pali, going ice skating and that. I used to go on my ones every Friday night by myself, bro. I had my ice skates. I used to go ice skating without fail every single Friday night. You know what I mean? The little, we used to start at like what, like 8:30 till 11 or something. Now I could skate. That's why, like, even now I can rollerblade, bro. I don't like roller skates, rollerblade. I remember Rude FM. I used to be on Heat FM. We've been on Axe FM. We've been on Mystic FM. We done the most, bro. Yeah, brother, that's what it was still. Now, rollerblading and ice skating I could do. But Ali Pali was the one back in the day. Even when you either go ice skating or you go like the fireworks and that at Ali Pali. The fireworks display. Was it I think this summer? Was it this summer or last summer? I think it was last summer. I took both my daughters up to Ali Pali when it was baking hot. I was like, "Come, let's just go out." And then I made them walk all the way up the hill, bro, in the heat. We were sweating. Yep, I had the bowers, bro. I had the bowers, bro. Yo, I had the bowers. I bought my bowers in Wood Green. There was a shop. There used to be an ice skating shop that was right by Argos in Wood Green. Like near Tops, kinda. Yeah, the Ali Pali Hill's crazy. One time I remember the W3 got stopped at the bottom of the hill and I wanted to go ice skating. I was like, bro, let me just walk up the hill. Bro, listen, I was getting muscle pains in places I didn't even know existed, bro. Man said I just stayed home eating jello. Man said I was ugly. That's crazy. Bro, what is wrong with you, bro? That's crazy. God. There's something wrong with GMD, you know, I'm telling you. Yeah, I like Ali Pali. I like just going to the top and then you get to see the rest of London. It's nice, bro. We still need to work on this setup. I can't lie. It's not good enough. It's not good enough. Man said eggs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It's crazy work. Eggs and dumpling. No, jerk, dumpling, Scotch bonnet. Everyone's got the Scotch bonnet sauce. Come on. All right, the issue is building up the heat into tires, bro. That's what it is. It's building the heat up into the tires. I didn't even save that last setup. And I feel like my suspension feels trash as well. You know what? I gotta let me try this one. It might be slightly safer. Try this one instead. Yeah, I'm gonna try this. I got a different setup, bro. I'm gonna use a different setup. I'm gonna see if it's a bit safer. Handles pretty well, I think. All right, let's see. Let's say with the big back, you know. Man said just in case, you know. How you gonna make just in case eggs, bro?
Locking enabled.
I don't get how you can make just in case food. You man are funny, bro. I said medium back. So where is everyone from? Like area? Oh shit. Yeah. East London. Wandsworth, okay. Okay, this is still sketchy. Nah, man like Desmond went to Wikipedia and that to find out that the origins of Jollof. Okay, this setup turns way better. Sometimes I feel like I should, you lot have to see us when we're on Battlefield, you know, but because I don't stream it, you lot don't get to see, but I might start putting it on my second channel. Might start running some Battlefield streams, bro. I'm not gonna do it on this channel. I'll either do it on Twitch or on my second channel.
That time was a 1:43.81.
Oh shit. Yeah, he's locking up. Yeah, this setup feels better. Okay.
Lap 143.71.
Bro, the car is terrible over that curb, man. Jeez. Okay.
Time 142.89.
All right, let's see what 545 saying. All right, it's a bit better.
Lap 141.85.
Alright. That will do. We'll save that. We'll save that. We'll save that, lads.
Log building finished.
Let's save that setup. All right. All right, we're good. Yes, Leon, what's going on, bro? Yo, Leon's jumped into the discussion. We was having a rice and peas versus jello. Add your 2 cents, brother. Add your 2 cents. I'm not adding no rear packers, bro. If I add any rear packers, I'm gonna be backwards. I probably need to drop the ride height a little bit. because through the fast right hander, it is extremely edgy, bro. Extremely edgy, and I don't want to add wing. So we're just gonna have to be very disciplined in the way we drive. Man said it's not a discussion. Tell him why. Tell him why, Mike. GMD, basically, he was saying that like jollof rice and rice and peas ain't even in the same category, brother. Ask some of my African mates. All right, I'm gonna ask them, bro. You know them, man, they're not going to be able to say it out loud, though. They're going to have to, like, whisper it and that. If they prefer rice and peas, they're not going to be able to say it out loud. How was your PB so far? Well, I just did a 41.8 in the Ford in practice, so I'm going to see what that's like in the race. The first race, I spun pretty early on, and I qualified bad, so I didn't really get a proper try, but hopefully we should be in the 41s with the Ford. No one asks where is the African food store. I've had jollof, to be fair. No, I didn't do the second one. I missed it. This is the second one I'm doing now. All right, let's do this. Lads, I'll be back. I'm gonna go toilet, and we'll be back for quali. I actually had to back off the top. This is way too hot, man. Right. Get this virtual energy down.
Locking enabled.
Right, getting temperature into this car is probably the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. That's why it feels so sketchy on the outlet, man. It doesn't do temps. What's everyone's go-to takeaway if you can't pick, you know, you can't pick your own national dish. You have to pick like another takeaway. I ain't gonna lie, I like Indian. Probably because we use a lot of the same seasonings in our food, innit? I like Chinese too, but I think I prefer Indian a bit more. That lamb madras. Okay, I have no temps. Look at it, trying to spin me already. Might have to go a clip lower rear ride height for the race, just to be safe. Sri Lankan, yeah? I'm what you would call a boring eater, bro. I'll be real. If I like something, I'll literally just stick to it and don't change. That was awful. Yeah, like if I go to a restaurant, what's the point in getting something and then not liking it? It's pointless, man. If I just don't take risks, I just get what I know that I like, you know? I broke myself. Almost binned it in the last corner, bro. Sad. We messed that lap up.
Time 1:41.8.
We'll be lucky if we stay on pole, I'll tell you that much. Yeah, the Ferrari's still going. Let me see my tire temps, bro. Bro, how is the rear right still at 64? I genuinely, this car is so hard to qualify, man.
Log building finished.
Super tricky to qualify. It's just no tire temps, bro. Yeah, 41 lows for sure. But for every time I'm in the Ford, it is so hard to qualify this car. If it's not like hot temps, it's just a hard car to get the lap time out of when the tires are cold, man. Out of all the cars, like the Lexus and the Aston are similar, but I feel like you can, because they, like especially the Lexus rotates, you can still get lap time out of it. The Ford is quite understeery, so when it's cold, you just can't do nothing. This isn't even like crazy cold, but it's not hot. Hot conditions is where this car thrives, but it's always good on energy and it's always good on tire wear. A little bit. I'm probably gonna go down on the ride height. Like I said, this setup is not made for Fuji, bro. It's literally made from Bahrain. I just tweaked it a little bit. So I'm gonna drop the rear ride height one click, I think. Thanks, man, lap one. Oh, this guy, oh, okay. Didn't get a good lap.
Teams and drivers go to the grid for a race start.
All right. There's fresh tires on. Right. This setup for Bahrain was actually, it's not actually this particular one. It was a version of this one, but it was so solid, bro. It was a quality setup. Telling you, I was in the 2 minutes with fuel in this Ford around Bahrain with the setup that we had. And it was like, it was raceable, you know? Low downforce. You can make overtakes. But on this, it's a little bit too edgy. Yeah, I've got front packers. I just lowered the rear ride height a little bit. Yeah, this is pretty low downforce for the race, bro. But if you got a good, that's the thing about low downforce setups. If you can balance it right, don't know if you use Motec or anything like that, but if you can balance it right, bro, it's very hard to beat. Because a lot of people use high downforce and a lot of rake, but once the fuel starts coming out of the car, it changes the balance of the car quite a lot. What I find with like low downforce setups, a lot of the time, you run like a fairly neutral ride height. That means the balance of the car doesn't actually change that much. You know? It's better for me, better for tire wear as well.
Green flag, green flag.
The only thing I have to worry about is the Ferrari gets his tires up to temperature very quickly. These hypers are everywhere, bro. Bro, what are they doing? Oh my God. I've never seen so much drama on lap one. I need to put my chat somewhere else so you guys can see the chat in game, bro. Another hypercar's binned it. Hyper's coming through now. Yo, Booster, what's going on, bro? Yep, Mike, what's happening, man?
143.27.
Yeah, these hyper drivers are something else. I think that guy's got high downforce. He's a lot quicker in the last sector. Like, what are we doing? Oh my God. Bro, how can you bid it there? I don't get, genuinely. Like, why pick it if you can't drive it, bro? A hyper took out seconds. No way.
Lap 142.11.
Bro, it's so bad, man. can't believe what that guy was doing behind me.
That time was a 141.89.
I'm gonna be scared when these hypers come back through, man. That was a rubbish turn, man. That guy behind in the McLaren, his pace is not too bad, to be fair. I wish I understood what these guys are saying in the chat.
142.06.
But it's all in a different language. Hopefully this hypercar gets me on the straight, bro. In sector 3. You know what, like, sector 3 is probably one of the hardest sectors on this game, to be honest. Because there's so many different lines you can take. But I do go down to first gear a lot just to get the nose of the car in. And then quickly back up to second, you know. And I try to brake whenever the car's like straight. Try to angle the car so I'm not really braking and turning too much, because that's when the car starts to get like unbalanced. I miss that apex every time, bro. Messed up. An atrocious lap.
Time 1:42.57.
The hypers are coming through very soon. Gonna have to be extra aware because these guys are definitely the dangerous type. I should have lowered my brake force a little bit. Cool, I might get some of these guys down the straight, which is perfect. Like, why do you have to be so close when you overtake? I don't get it.
That's 1:42.65.
This is so weird, bro. Oop, turned in late then. Could have been a disaster. Someone with a smooth brain, it's no problem, bro. I saw the carnage, I was just backing up just to try and survive, bro. Okay, because that's what I'm talking about. This is why you have to drive in your mirrors a little bit. Yeah, you have to watch out for him, man, because some of these guys don't care.
That time was a 1:43.91.
Whenever I'm getting lapped, I just use that as means to save fuel, you know? And then you kind of have to anticipate where they're gonna catch you, you know? Now this guy was desperate to get a gap on the guy behind him. Yeah, see, I hate when I have a week like that, bro. When I have a week when I just keep on getting killed, it's the most annoying thing.
4.30.
Okay, can't do it in fourth. Pushes out too wide. Might need to do 8 laps of fuel. I might need to stop a lap earlier this time. Last time we was able to save a lot of fuel.
Lap 1:42.9.
Now, when you want to participate in, you know, like endurance races and you have a shit week before and everyone just kills your rating, bro, it's so annoying. Just trying to have some clean races to build your rating up for the endurance. Try and get as high a split as possible. And then you just spend the whole week getting binned. That's what happened to me before the Bahrain race. Every race I was just getting killed, bro. So did anybody else manage to get into the LFM lobbies then? Oh, what did I just watch, bro? Oh my god. What's he doing? Now, full speed into the barrier.
Lap 1:42.77.
I don't know what that guy was doing. Last time this race went 24 laps. Shocking final corner. Yo, that guy in the BMW's done a good job on energy as well, man. Damn.
Lap 142.40.
I didn't get no blue flag. Was that for position?
Lap 142.71.
I don't know about you guys here, but I find it when you've got a comfortable lead, I actually find it harder to concentrate. My mind just starts thinking about other stuff. I don't know if you guys are the same, but that's how I always feel anyway. We'll be boxing after this.
Lap 142.50.
Oh my god. See that? Lack of concentration. I'm probably overcompensating with fuel a little bit, but better safe than sorry, innit? Then head it understeer.
That time was a 1:48.07.
Yeah, my mind just starts going in other places, bro. So it's like, such a bad habit. Oh. I was close, man. They lost quite a bit in the pits. This guy in the Ferrari, bro, struggles a lot. His setup looks like it's extremely edgy, man. One thing I've noticed with the hypers, right, is that they can't take the same lines that the GT3s can take over the curbs. I feel like if I was just like start jumping in the hypers, I'd have to relearn that. But with some of the lines in the GT3s, for instance, at Bahrain, the little kink to the left after turn 1, you always ride the curb there, but I don't know if that's what you would do in a hyper.
Lap 2:28.38.
Yeah, we should be chilling as long as we don't get took out. Whenever braking starts getting, I can feel like I'm running in the ABS a lot, I just go rearwards on the brakes. Normally allows me to recover some of the braking feeling. Yeah, that's what I mean. So like, I would have to relearn a lot of my lines for these tracks.
142.96.
I think this setup actually has more tire wear than the one I used before. Considering I had a big spin on them ones. I was a lot closer to the end when I felt like the brakes were struggling to get the car slowed down, or the tires, should I say. But maybe because I've been pushing harder in this race.
Lap 142.90.
Can't get it slowed down for turn one. If I understeer there, it's a likelihood I spin, you know? They give you like the minimal amount of room. So any slight deviation from the line and you're cooked. Such a risky thing to do. Yeah, I got away at the beginning nicely, but to be honest, my setup is falling off. To be honest. Bro. Literally, I have to get out of the way because he's gonna kill me. Oh man. This is why I have to drive in my mirrors when they're near me, bro. Yeah, the Ford is a lot better on fuel than the other car, so my pit stop was shorter as well. And it's probably better on tires too, so it allows you to, if you can start first, you're always gonna have a little bit of an advantage, you know? Bro, I don't know how they're getting gold SR, bro. I'm telling you. Some of them are just downright dangerous. Right, absolutely awful lap. I've gone too deep. Nice. Yeah, even after a spin in the first race, I looked after the tires way better. I think I was still doing 42s at the end of the last race. Oh my God. You broke that early and still missed the corners. Insane. Yeah, this guy is... It's crazy. Yeah, the Lexus would be a good shout. What's going to be the sticking point for the 24 hours, I think, is when the conditions get cold. That's what was, you know, that's probably the mistake that we made, is we didn't adjust the car setup for the colder conditions. And it makes a big difference, man. What I will say is that you probably want to get the majority of your double stints done when the conditions are at their coldest. So that's predominantly night shifts and stuff. Because if the conditions are very cool and you go into fresh tires, sometimes for the whole stint they just never warm up, bro. That's what happened to us. We end up losing like 16, 17 seconds just by going onto a fresh set of tires when the conditions were cool. And then it's very hard to gain that back over the rest of the stint. So definitely double stinting while the temperatures are cool is the way to go. Because those preheated tires that you've already used are quicker than fresh tires when they're too cold. Which is weird, but it's what it is. Unless, of course, you got a car that's good in cold conditions, like the Ferrari or Lambo, BMW. 56 sets. Oh, that's gonna be some maths, bro.
Was a 144.31.
Oh, we must bend it. Oh, it's a good thing we took the extra fuel. Otherwise, it would have been sad.
Log building finished.
We redeemed ourselves from the last race. Even though we got second in the last race, we probably should have won. Cheers, lads. Cheers, cheers, cheers. 11:15 already. What? Oh, man. Damn. Time actually flies, bro. When you're streaming, you don't even realize how fast the time goes. Let me see if I can see that guy that nearly killed me. Right here. Might be here. Yeah, this guy. It's got to be this one, isn't it? What? Look, nice saving that. He looks like he's got stability control on, bro. How's he saving that? Yo. Nothing but terrorism, bro. Like, look at this. Look how far he is behind, bro. How are you trying to get to the corner before me? You're this far behind. Like, you just gotta tuck in, mate. Look how far he's trying to dive from me, bro. But, like, there's no way you can get confused when you're this far back. Like, because you're really not even close, you know? But he's just gone in deep. Do you know what I mean? He's gone in like there's no car in front of him. And then smashed the brakes and then ended up sideways. Look at save. Crazy. Made a little Valorant livery, you know what I mean? Little Valorant. I don't actually think the Ford's that good around here, to be honest. It's not really good at anything, you know? Maybe like fuel. I'll say fuel and probably tire wear, but other than that, in terms of like how it feels to drive, it doesn't feel like amazing to drive around here. I think the Aston would be a better choice. I think the BMW is definitely a better choice. Probably the Lambo as well. Oh, we're on our way to a silver free. Jeez. On our way to a silver free, lads. I actually think that getting back to second in the race before this was actually a way more fun race, bro. And even though I spun, my lap times at the end weren't that bad. In fact, maybe I should look at log analyzer to see. Because the second race, I felt like the drop off was, some of it was me just not concentrating because I probably could have kept it in the 42s the whole way. But clean air, and it wasn't that easy to do a 42 for whatever reason. Like I used up the tires. My tires felt more used up than when I spun. It was kind of weird. Where is it? Log analyzer. Let's have a quick look. See what our stints were saying. Refresh. All right, let's look at this race. Hold on. All right. Where are we? Find our name. There we are. So what was we doing at the after we pitted on lap? We pit lap 17. 43 for us. Actually, I was slower. Oh, I was slower. I thought I was quicker, bro. I thought I was quicker at the end of the last race, but I wasn't. I wasn't. My bad. I was not. But then again, I did have to do some overtaking, so let's have a look at this race. What was I doing at the end? Felt like I was just dossing about a little bit at the end. To be honest, like, yeah, these laps are just dossing about and that. Okay, so it was a bit quicker. It was quicker. There, dues. Could have done. Theoretical best would have been a 41.7, which would have been cool. Let's look at the tire wear. See how bad our tire wear was in that race. Fuel and tires. Oh, yeah, Ford's definitely good on tires, bro, for sure. Because not being bad or nothing, but like when you see the guys that are like not at the front, normally I only go off the guys that are at the front, the guys that I know who are ringing it, and I look at their tire wear compared to mine. Who's the other guy? This guy, 0.90 is not too bad. Where was the other guy? There's another guy in the BMW. Was it Rodriguez or something? This was the guy in the Ferrari, 1.38, but I think he spun, so that might be why his tire is so bad. Looks like that other guy's thing's not showing up. But tire wear was 0.85. We were, apart from the front left, we were using 0.8 per lap, which is pretty good. That's pretty good for tire wear, man. So it's just under 1% per lap, which is pretty cool. Let's see what the race where I spun. Let's see what that's saying. See that? It's a little bit higher because of that spin. But still, it was still pretty good. Quite a few people good on their tires, but I'm not sure what lap times they were doing, so. Interesting. In fact, everyone was okay on their tires. This guy's tire wear 0.75 in the Mercedes is crazy, bro. 0.75 in a Merc is outrageous. How's he done that? How's he done that? That is his setup must be incredibly kind on tires. Whatever he's done, because normally the AMG is a little bit harder on tires, and he's the one who won the race as well. So he had the speed to win, and he had some insane tire wear. All right, fair dues, mate. Fair dues. Let's have a look at If I want to try it, I'll try it. My setup at Fuji's flipping, it's just a Bahrain setup with a couple of adjustments. It's not really a Fuji setup. I'll try it out. You'd have to send it to me on Discord or something. If you're not on my Discord, you should be in my Discord. Like my setup is like super low wing, bro. Well, it's not crazy low, but it's low. Do you know what I mean? So like around some of the corners, like the last sector, and the long right hander. I can't really push the car through there. I kind of gotta just let it roll, otherwise I'm dead. My Discord should be in the description of this video, of this stream, I think. If not, I'll have to put the link in the chat, but it should be in the description somewhere. So yeah. All right, nice one, bro. I'm probably gonna have to try it another time. I'm about to get off. It's 11 o'clock. It's too much. I'm already knackered, but I'm definitely gonna try that setup, bro. See if I can get a faster time on the leaderboards. Let's see. Where are we on the leaderboards anyway? We could have took the BM, but I think you guys have seen me drive the BM loads of times around Fuji. Cheers, man. Cheers, man. I could have done Kota, you know, but I feel like whenever Kota's on the list, no one bloody signs up. Or is it just me? People just don't like Kota. Don't know why. It's like, it's a great racetrack. Okay, so apparently there's... Oh, bro, why does it keep doing this, man? Why does it keep doing that? Is it because another race just started? These boards? Fuck. Oh, bro. Could go to the second page. Or the... Those. Right. I am my fifth. 41-0. Yeah, look how much I'm losing in the last sector, bro. I'm getting cooked. I'm low key. I'm getting cooked in the first as well, bro. I can't carry no speed for the right hander. This is a fast lap time though. But in the B, bro, I remember in the first sector in the Aston, bro. I used to have crazy first sector splits in the Aston. I might have to try the Aston as well. Yeah, 41-0 is diabolical, I can't lie. But I feel like the BMW should be able to match that. I look at this guy's sector times, right? He's got cooked in the first. So this has got to be a little bit of setup. This is looking like high downforce, and then he can just send it through the middle in the last. Do you know what I mean? Whereas in the first, you got the long run down to turn one, and he's just getting cooked. The Ferrari has got a lot of that natural rotation through the long right hander as well. But it's interesting. Interesting. I don't feel like the Ford's the best car around here anyway, but might try it, brother. I might just give it a little go. What else? Hold on. Didn't I see? I thought I saw that Lewis guy at the top, but no. I think the Aston will be faster, but no one's using it. No one's bothering to use the Aston. Why not? The Aston's fast here, bro. Not sure why no one's used it, but I'll probably try that and all. Hey, no worries, man. Thank you guys for showing up. And yeah, I will be back. I've definitely got some videos to drop. And I might be doing the big video, bro. I might be doing the big video. If I can get it out, I'll probably do it on a Sunday when everyone's not really doing anything. We probably watch the F1, and after that, you know, on the Sunday evening, I know people are going to watch football and rare tear, but after like 7, 8 o'clock, I might do the big video. The big video. I might be doing a LMU driver rating video, driver ranking, just like we used to do on ACC and rank all the drivers. I might be doing that. So we'll see if I can get everything done in time. All right. But yeah, appreciate you guys as always, man. Much love, much love. Have a good night and all that good stuff. And I will catch you guys on Monday. Yeah, streaming on Monday. So I'll be back on Monday. And other than that, look out for the videos, lads. All right, take care of yourselves and that. Peace.